That night, they decided to make a halt under the stars. The dog curled beside Millie. The sheep curled near Fulgur. Millie stared up at the sky. "I like the stars," she said. "They're always there, even when I forget to look." Fulgur looked up, then pointed to the moon. "I like the moon more. It's reflective. It has no light of its own."
You fucking
He smiled.
no!
"It borrows light, and it shines
I
back."
already said that like 3 weeks
Millie didn't
ago.
say anything, but in her heart, she thought, during this adventure, everyone sees him as a guiding star. She just sat closer and watched the stars with him that night. The next morning, they head towards the sages of the future. Morning came. They arrived at the first sage.
I am the sage of righteousness.
You fuck!
Millie moved closer, holding hope, like it was the only thing that could save her. "Can you save him?" The sage stared at Fulgur with a long and unbroken gaze.
There's no way I can prevent what is going to happen,
He stated.
but I can tell you what you have done.
He approached Fulgur and put a hand on his chest.
You provided light to those in the dark before they could even ask. You gave a platform to the voiceless. You remained selfless even when your work was not noticed. That's already more than many will achieve in a whole lifetime. You taught others that strength is not always about being seen. It's about showing up anyway.
Fulgur's lips opened slightly, as if he wanted to answer, but no words came. The sage bowed his head.
You were enough. You always were.
They left quietly and continued on. By midday, the second sage was located.
I am the sage of happiness.
Of course
Millie
you
asked the
fucking
sage.
are.
"Is there still time?" Her voice was smaller now. The sage knelt beside Fulgur. He took his hand, not as a sage, but as a friend who has been through what Fulgur had gone through.
Time isn't just years, months, or seconds. It's about how much you lived.
He smiled, but it was a sad smile, a rare sight to see on his face.
You made people feel happy and have something to look forward to. Even when you were tired, even when you were breaking, you told them that laughter still belongs to the weary, and grace, even short-lived, is something sacred.
He turned to Millie.
He felt joy. He gave joy. And that means he lived.
Oh, the past tense. Oh,
Their footsteps were slower now.
he's fucking
as they drew
recovering.
towards the last light of day. The night has set in, and the third sage was found.
I am the sage of love.
Millie tried to speak, but her breath hitched. She didn't need to ask. The sage stared at Fulgur for a long time. His gaze held with affection. It held the quiet ache.
Many have I seen pass through,
He replied.
but you,
He stopped suddenly, took a deep breath.
you changed something in me.
He moved closer and placed his hand on Fulgur's chest.
It is about the love you freely offered and never demanded in return. You pointed out that gentleness is a form of power.
His voice trembled.
I have been speaking of love for centuries. But with you, I finally understood it.
The sage smiled, tender and breaking.
I fell in love with the way you saw people. This is the kindness he gave, even when he was running out of time. If I can make a wish to the stars, it wouldn't be to stop this. It would be to go back and walk beside you longer.
He knelt before Fulgur.
Love isn't just what clings. It's what remains and grows even after goodbye.
Fulgur lowered his head, and for the first time, he cried. Not for fear,
You!
but for
Fuck
being
you.
seen. Lily reached for his hand, and finally, she cried too. The sage stepped back quietly, and the grove fell still. The moon was rising behind them. It was the last time with the sages. And ahead, the moon shines bright. The wind picked up. The road ended. Fulgur sat down slowly. He looked tired, but at peace. Millie watched him, uncertain. I'm sorry. I thought this journey would find a cure, but it only ended up draining you even more.
Oh, that was a good journey.
Fulgur smiled kindly. A sad smile. Millie, this journey was everything to me. Each day, each moment was real and beautiful. He cleared his throat. His voice shook. I felt so much. Laughing at burnt dinners, friends who became family, meeting everyone we've encountered. His light was dim, but his eyes shone. The small joys made me happy. I needed them. I didn't know how much until they were here. Lily squeezed his hand, listening to his final words. Fulgur spoke softly, his voice trembling. Even the hard days were special, because I was here, part of it. He breathed slowly. If I could choose again, I'd choose every second.
Wouldn't change a fucking thing.
All the laughs, even goodbye. His words trailed off. He felt warm. He took a slow breath and didn't breathe again.
A soft glow rose from his chest.
Fucking
It a
Scholar!
soft orb. It lifted gently, rising higher and higher, up past the trees, beyond the clouds, until the sky held its breath. Then, a star of light shone in midst of dark clouds. Not just a star, but a memory made visible. Bright, steady, and unmistakably him. He had once fallen from the sky, a person from the abyss, and now he had to return to it as something that would never fade away. He wasn't just remembered, he was part of the sky now, the brightest star, a guide, a light.
On the grassy hill, Millie sat silently. The dog rested against her side. The sheep rested quietly close. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. She just stared at the sky to address the star and felt its gentle warmth. He was gone, but his story wasn't. It existed a memory in every soul that he encountered. Every quiet kindness shared, every moment he left behind. And above them, bright and steady, the stars shimmered again. A quiet reminder that he had never truly left. And a story that everyone will remember. The end.
Well, okay. She managed to one-up me on story. How the fuck did they fucking... They all came together on that. Are you fucking kidding me? No. That story was so fucking beautiful. The fact that you got so many people involved in it and nobody told me a thing. People that really shouldn't have done it, like fucking Albert, who's recovering from surgery. Skulls, who's recovering her voice and has been in Japan and super busy this whole time. What the fuck? And just the message of it was so beautiful. It wove in, like, so many of the things that I've been saying, like, even fucking recently. The whole, like, moon thing and the fact that I turn into a star at the end. That was absolutely beautiful. And that was one of the best projects I've ever seen. I didn't expect I'd get anything like that. I'm not going to say what she said, but I tried to call her and she's busy. Can I say that on stream? No, but that was so... Okay, she said sure. Her response was, what the fuck? I'm pooping. The coffee is making me shit.